Right then, Connor. So first thing we'll look at then, setup. Obviously posture was always a bit sort of hunched, hands were quite close in the body. Get your back a bit straighter, get a bit more space there for your hands to swing. Okay, so just your general setup there on the right hand side looks a lot less cramped and hunched up, yeah?
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of space between kind of your hands and your leg there. Your back's nice and straight, the arms are hanging down. You set up very, very nicely, okay? Grip wise we can't see from here, but your right thumb being a little bit more on top there with that right hand, not sort of underneath so much, just sitting a bit more. And again, it's natural sort of arm hanging, because just sort of, so you're shaking hands, you sort of go forward and your hand, you wouldn't sort of put your hand that way underneath, yeah? Your hand kind of just goes forward with that palm facing towards the target, okay? So those are kind of your static changes along with grip pressure. Everyone just squeezes it. Right? They want to get tighter and firmer and more control in their head, but as you saw now, you actually get more club head speed and more control when you're swinging looser, okay? So previously your swing was a little bit low, again, partly because of the setup and partly because of the grip pressure and stuff. As the club went back, then it went back quite low. Your right elbow kind of stuck out and just the club couldn't go back very far at all. Yeah. We said the sensation now is to try and get this golf club up here, up over your right shoulder. You get it to about here somewhere, so you're not quite there yet, but it's moving, as you'll see the difference in these two swings here now. In terms of that there, your right elbow you can see is nicely bending. Yeah. Okay, so your elbows are more level. Now this elbow's up here, this one's... it's an awkward tilt, isn't it, eh? At least that one there, you're taking the golf club back to the top of the backswing. Like, even in your limited golf capacity, you watch golf on TV, that looks a bit more like a backswing position, whereas that just looks very kind of like stuck behind you, half-hearted, club pointing over here somewhere. Where's it going to go? So when you then come back to the golf ball now, it's all kind of cramped up, not much space there. The club's probably in the ground somewhere about now behind the golf ball. Not as much freedom to go, and the ball sort of just scuffs on the ground. Whereas this one here now, come back to the golf ball, load of space for your arms to swing. I mean, strike price on that one there. Perfect, absolutely nutted it, okay? You can then twist through. Left foot now, a little bit less movement, yeah? Your weight's on that left foot. There's a little bit of lift there, but certainly a lot less than it was. Ball's pinging up in the middle of that screen there. At a good height, almost sort of chest high there, hitting that screen. Yeah. Ball then sailing down the range. As we said, that was about 130. I think it was the one that went 1-3 when you cleared that green there, pitching. That's 120, and the ball hasn't stopped running, okay? So even more so. And that's with a 7 on, okay? Or even 8, I think, I'm not sure, to be fair there, okay? But if you can get the better setup, get those arms working up, okay? A good drill, like I say, practice against a wall or behind a wall, okay? Get that sensation, that club's working up through there. So you clip it a little bit there, but if we go back to this one here now and swing, okay? If we put a wall behind you there now, as you go back, doink, you did it already, didn't you? It's just straight into that wall there, okay? So getting that club working up a bit more, getting your elbow to set and bend, just going to give you more power and more control, really, okay? Definitely. But you couldn't get there from that setup. No. And the thing is, if guys say, oh, just do this then, do this kind of, well, you're trying that, and the harder you try, the more you grip it tighter, the more frustrated you get, the worse it gets, and you can't make the move they're trying to make. I'm bloody trying it, it's never going to work, is it? So get yourself set up better, bit more space, as I said, at address, better posture, grip pressure looser. Yeah. And then the swing thought now is for you just to get that club working a bit more up over your right shoulder here. Then once you're up there, you just react and hit, just swing through. Don't think about it, the ball just gets in the way. Yeah. The backswing's good, you got a good chance. Yeah. Make sense? Brilliant. Any questions at all on that sort of to go through, or you kind of happy with that?
Happy, yeah.
Good stuff, well done, mate.
Stuff to
very, very
to
good.
Work on.
Well, exactly, that's it, but it's limited, yeah? It's not like we're reinventing the wheel. Your swing's functional now. We just sort of ironed out a few lines and made it a bit different on the way through, okay? But the setup was the key thing. A better setup's going to give you a chance, yeah? 100%. Stand to a ball better. I mean, like you think in rugby and stuff, if you scrimmage badly, no matter how good you are, you're going to get pushed backwards, aren't you? If you scrimmage, bind and do anything really well, you've got a chance of winning the battle, aren't you, okay? So better setup, better swing, okay, mate?